make sure this is for real. Okay, dokie. Hi, this is Yoga with Luann. Thank you for coming to your mat today. Let's find a comfortable, easy seat. That could be sitting on your heels. It could be sitting cross-legged, in which case you may want to grab a block or a pillow or a blanket so that you can raise, kind of sit on the edge of that so that your hips are higher than your knees. You're not going to find Sukhasana or a comfortable, easy seat if that's not the case. So go ahead and take a seat. You could also sit on a chair or with your legs out in front of you. Let's give our shoulders a roll up, down, and back. Take a nice inhale. Just think about having a nice straight spine. Our crown is lifting. I'd like to start this practice today with a Deepak Chopra mantra. So if you can put your hands together in prayer position, press your thumbs into your heart. And then on your next inhale, think about pressing your sternum into your thumbs. Kind of opens your heart to the sky, lifts your gaze a little bit. And then soften your gaze or even close your eyes. I meet every situation with loving kindness. Being at peace is my greatest strength. I bring hope to others. I am fearless. On your next exhale, let's relax our hands to our sides. And then an inhale, lift your right arm up. And then exhale over. Kind of sink your left hand and your left shoulder toward the earth. Turn your heart to the sky. We'll take a breath here. Really creating space along the right side of our body. Kind of relaxing. Inhale. Reach it up. And then on the exhale, let's exchange that. Really raise your left hand toward the sky. And then exhale, sink into your palm and your shoulder, or your elbow. Turn your heart and head, eyes to the sky. Feel a nice stretch here. And inhale. Reaching up, exhale. Relax your arm down. Now let's twist it out here. Let's turn to our left. Maybe put your right hand on your left knee. And twist your low back, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulders, your eyes, your gaze. Twist it all toward your left. And then bring it back. Let's twist the other way. Low back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, eyes. And on your next exhale, unwind it back. I'd also like to share something that my daughter posted on Facebook. It's from Soul Song Counseling. And it really kind of brings home that idea of showing loving kindness to ourselves, and we extend that to others as well. Because we can be not perfect and not always perfectly positive. So yes, we can be grateful and disappointed about things being canceled. Yes, we can enjoy extra time with loved ones and feel overwhelmed by their presence. Yes, we can be hopeful and feel like everything's falling apart. Yes, we can be a source of support for others and prioritize our own needs, fill our own cup. So right now, you being here on your mat is a good bit of self-care for yourself. So that's awesome job for you. I'm going to ask you to crawl forward into a tabletop position. Please know that I have created a very a practice that involves a lot of strength and a lot of balance. Sometimes we'll need a break. Sometimes we'll fall out of a posture. And that's part of being able to express our loving kindness to ourselves. Watch where your mind goes. There's no criticizing, there's no blaming, there's no judging, there's no expectations. Go ahead and get your shoulders over your wrists, your hips under your knees. Grip the mat with your fingertips a little bit. Press in with the tops of your feet into the mat. Your core is engaged, your tailbone's reaching back, your crown is reaching forward. It's a nice, sturdy tabletop. Feel how that feels. Let's stay present in our bodies. Let's curl our toes under and press our hips back. We're getting a toe stretch here. So really sink back here. Maybe slide your hips back and forth. Okay, beautiful. Let's press back up. Bring our knees a little bit wider. Bring our toes together flat on the mat and sink our hips back into child's pose. Remember, we can always come into child's posture. You don't want your head dangling. So it can go to the mat or it can be stacked on your hands or on your fists. You can even bring a pillow over. Feel your tailbone reaching back and your shoulders kind of reaching forward here, getting a nice elongation in your spine. It's a great posture to come to take a breath, to reflect, to feel grounded. Let's go ahead and stretch your arms out in front of us and then walk them over to your left. Really press that right hip into the earth. Let that right shoulder come down toward the earth. Walk back toward center, over to the right. Let that left hip reach toward the left heel. Sink that left shoulder. You're getting a nice stretch on your left side. Walk it back to center. Now we're going to do a little shoulder stretch here. Take your left hand, put your palm up and kind of put it under your body, reaching it out. And let your shoulder lay down, your temple lay down on the mat. Shoulder stretch. You can kind of feel it across your body too. Let's switch to the other side. Right palm up, right shoulder and temple down. Inhale both hands out. Now tense your fingers so that you're on your fingertips, and on an inhale, it's a cow posture, kind of swooping your head and heart up. And then exhale to cat. Drop your head to your chin to chest, arch your back. Inhale, scoop your chin and heart up. Exhale, arch your back, drop your chin. One more, inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And then inhale back to neutral. Kind of put your hands a little wider. We're going to drag our heart about 1 inch above the mat and come up into cobra. You can always set yourself down and come up into cobra, but on your inhale, heart forward, chin up. Press your legs together, press the tops of your feet into the mat. Maybe lift up your fingertips or set them lightly. Nice cobra posture for 5. Shouldn't feel pain. 4. You can always come down lower. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release to the mat. Now let's work it so our shoulders are over our elbows. Our fingers are spread wide. We're gripping the mat. Our legs are together, pressing the tops of our feet into the mat. And on an inhale, you want to kind of pull forward and up into Sphinx posture. Again, no pain here. Always can sink it down a little lower. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's lower it down. So now we're going to press ourselves back up to tabletop. We're going to do a little bit of strength stuff here, so that will be in plank. So curl your toes under. Let's set up your plank posture. Your finger pads are gripping the mat. That's how you'll protect your wrists. You can always take a break for your wrists. Your core is engaged. Your shoulders over your wrists. Your heels are pressing back. Your tailbone's tucked. Nice plank posture. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring our knee to our elbow. So our right knee to right elbow and back. Inhale, right knee to right elbow. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Now set your left knee down. Kickstand that foot out a little bit. And then open up toward your right side. Let's check that our knee, our foot and our hand are all lined up. Our hips are stacked. They're not leaning forward. Shoulders are stacked. You can extend your arms so your palm shines out. And then if you pick up that right leg and extended leg, this is half moon on our knees. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Set that extended leg down. Now, option to stay here and just stay into side plank on our knee. Or if you'd like, extend that left leg, that bottom leg out. Come up into side plank. Try not to let your hips drop down here either. Keep your shoulders stacked. Side plank. Option to bend that top knee. Option to extend that top leg. Whee! Okay. Or be wherever you are is good. No judgment. Go ahead and come back to tabletop. Let's take a child's pose and let's give that left wrist a little love. Take a breath, maybe stack your palms or your fists. Good job. All right, let's go ahead and do the other side there. So, from tabletop, let's curl ourselves under, curl our toes under, plank posture. Heels are pressing back, tailbone's tucked, core is engaged. Finger pads are gripping the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Now we're going to take our left elbow to our left knee. So inhale, exhale back. Inhale, left knee, exhale back. Inhale, left knee to elbow, exhale back. Beautiful. Now gently set down your right knee, kickstand that right foot out, and then let's open toward the left. Check your hand, knee, and foot are in line. Your shoulders are stacked over your wrist. Reach that left palm up. It shines in the direction of your face. Let's lift that extended leg into half moon on our knees. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can set that down. Now you can come into extended side plank or anything like that. Stay here, or you can option to straighten that bottom leg. Again, don't let the hips sink down. Shoulders are still stacked. So side plank. Option to bend that top leg. Option to extend that top leg. Okay, beautiful. Let's go ahead and come back to tabletop. Come back to child's pose and give that right hand, right wrist a little love. You can twirl it around or pull on that thumb gently. Beautiful. Let's take a breath here. A lot of strength, a lot of balance. Watch. Think about where your mind went. Don't let it show compassion for yourself. Doing a good job here on your mat. Let's go ahead and press up to tabletop. Now we're going to bring our right foot in between our hands. We're going to walk that foot out toward the edge. We're going to let that right knee kind of flop open a little bit or go open a little bit. And then you can kind of bow forward here. Option to see about coming onto your elbows here. We're getting a nice deep stretch here. So wherever you are, it's a great stretch. Usually not one of my favorite postures. But if you want a good stretch in your hip, I always like to move a little bit, so I'm kind of gently swaying back and forth. Lizard posture. Beautiful. Let's press ourselves up gently. Walk that foot back, kind of heel toe it back so it's in line. Then let's curl our back toes under and inhale, scooping our hips forward, raising our heart and chin into equestrian posture. Kind of take a breath here. Beautiful. Let's walk it back a little bit. Put that top of your foot down into the mat. Let's adjust our stance so that we can have our knee over our ankle and press ourselves up. Kind of have a nice, your hips are squared to the front, your shoulders are up, down, and squared to the front. You can have your hands on your waist. Goal post or extend. Don't let your shoulders come up. Crescent lunge. Nice inhale here, and on the exhale, let's frame the front foot with your hands, curl that back toe under, and press up into runner's lunge. You can kind of sway back and forth here a little bit. You can always set your knee down. Option to try to come up with a flat back here into high lunge. Option to come into goal post. Or extend. This is balance posture and strength. Take a breath. On your next exhale, let's reach our left hand toward the mat right inside that right foot. Spin to the right. Really pressing that heel back. Your knee is over your ankle yet. Nice lunge here. And then twisting it to the right. You want to extend your hand if you'd like. Beautiful. Inhale to reach. Exhale. Hand down. Set your knee down. I would just walk it back for a minute to stretch that hamstring. Why not? Toes to the sky. Hips lowering toward your heels. Walk it back forward. Step it back to tabletop. Ooh, notice how the right side of your body feels right now. Stay connected to your breath, to your body. Watch where your mind goes. Try to stay connected here. Present moment. Even if there's a lot of activity in the house you're in right now, see, it's okay. Let's bring our left foot up. Okay. Let's walk that foot out toward the left edge of our mat. Let that knee drop open toward the left. Option to kind of bow our heads down here. Option to come into our elbows. Laying on our forearms or however low we're going. We're going to take a couple breaths here. The sole of your foot comes up here. You're on the outside edge of that left foot. That's okay. Offer a little sway. Beautiful lizard posture. Okay, gently press yourself up. Heel toe that foot back to being in line. Get your knee over your elbow. Curl those back toes under, and on an inhale, shift forward into, heart and chin up, equestrian posture. Let's take a breath here. Beautiful. Let's put the top of our foot into the mat, walk it back a little bit. Knee is over ankle. Hips are squared to the front, shoulders are relaxed and down. You can come into goal pose. Pressing. With extending your arms. Beautiful. Let's frame our front foot, curl those toes under, and come up into runner's lunge. Really press that back heel back. Hips are square to the mat. Option to stay here or press up into high lunge. Again, lots of options. Lots of challenge today. Option to come into goal pose or extended arms. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, your heels, your back heels pressing back. Core is engaged. And then on your exhale, we'll reach toward the earth. Your right hand goes on the mat, twisting to the left. Option to extend. Heel pressing back. High lunge twist. Really reaching on the inhale. Exhale. Bring that knee down. Come back to tabletop. Let's take a breath here. Nice straight spine, core is engaged. Shoulders are kind of down the back, not hunched up. Okay, we're gonna curl our toes under, press our hips up to the sky, downward dog. Let's take a breath here. Let's bend our right knee and really drive that left heel into the mat. Your head's in between your arms. Okay, let's switch that. Now your left knee is bent, your right heel is in the mat. Beautiful. Come back to downward dog. And we're going to reach our right leg extended up and back, three-legged dog. Really pressing that heel toward the sky behind you. Getting a nice stretch on your right side. Your left heel's in the mat. Three-legged dog. And you can bend that knee, point that knee to the sky. Extend it again. Now, inhale here. On the exhale, arch your back, bring your knee to your nose. Grip the mat with your finger pads. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale. And then on this exhale, knee to nose, arch your back, come up on your left toes, and then shift forward and take a nice step. Set that back foot down so that your toes are in about a 60-degree angle. Try to develop a nice flat back here. Your front knee is bent over your ankle. And on an inhale, come up into warrior one. Hips and shoulders are squared to the front. Shoulders are relaxed and down. You can come into goal post or extended warrior one posture. Feels like you can take on anything. I am powerful. Inhale and then exhale. Hands back to the mat. Step back to downward dog. Beautiful. All right, same thing on the left side. Extend that left leg up and back. Really feel a nice stretch here. Really pressing your heel back. Gripping the mat with your finger pads. Your head is between your arms. Let's bend that leg and point that knee toward the sky. You can even kind of look under your left elbow or your left armpit. And then extend. Exhale, knee to nose, arch your back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now this time on your exhale, come up on your right toes, knee to nose, and then shift forward. Get a nice step. You can help your leg. And then plant your right heel so that you've got your toes out at about a 60-degree angle. Develop a flat back here. Then on your next inhale, rise to warrior one. Square your hips and shoulders to the front. Relax your shoulders. Come into goalposts. Or extend to the sky. Inhale here. And your exhale, bring your hands back to the mat. This time, step your right foot up. Welcome. Uttanasana, forward fold. Kind of sway a little bit here. Option to walk over to your right. Come back to center, walk over to your left. Back to center. Let's inhale, halfway lift, maybe press on your thighs. Draw the shoulders down your back, get a nice straight back here. Let's take an extra breath here. And then exhale, lower down. With soft knees, let's reverse swan dive. Inhale, rise to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. We're nice and stretched out, and we did a little strength building. We're gonna generate a little more heat here with some Surya Namaskaras. You're gonna walk to the front of your mat. I need a little more space here. So in Surya Namaskaras, it's not just sun salutation. We are honoring kind of all of creation and the creator in this. And that's beautiful. So inhale in mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Hips are coming forward here. Exhale, reaching out and down. Inhale your right foot back. Set that right knee down and inhale in equestrian. Bring that left knee back, and we're going to exhale in chaturanga. So you're holding your breath yet. Your elbows stay in, your tailbone tucks, your heart and chin reach toward the mat. Option to set down here and then press into cobra, or on your exhale here, inhale, cobra, however you get there. Exhale, press up to downward dog. Tabletop to downward dog. And we stay on the right side this round. So take your right leg and step it forward. You can help it with your hands. Set your knee down, or set your knee down first. And then inhale, equestrian. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, reaching out and down to forward fold. Step your left foot back. Set your knee down and inhale, equestrian. Right knee goes back. Exhale, chaturanga. Heart and chin to the earth. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Still left, so take your left side, left leg, step it forward. Set your knee down, inhale, all the way into equestrian. Exhale, step it right foot forward to forward fold. Tuck your chin even. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, we're going to do one more round, right and left side. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, reaching out and over. Inhale, step that right leg back. Step that right leg back and inhale in equestrian. Left knee back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg steps up. Inhale, equestrian. Exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, reaching out and forward. Step your left leg back, knee down, inhale, equestrian. Exhale, chaturanga. Keep your elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg on the inhale comes forward into equestrian. Step up, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, reaching out, up and back. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, mountain. Now we are warmed up. Hopefully that energy went wherever our body needs it. Maybe you got a little bit extra in our wrists or our hips. We really work those on the floor. Let's give a little bit of attention to our wrists. Maybe take your thumb, gently press it toward your arm. Other side. Let's give the shoulders maybe one roll at a time. Let's give your neck a roll. You can just kind of move it out, shake it out, dance it out. Beautiful job, yogis. So now we're going to do more. We're going to do some standing open postures that are really going to also test our strength and balance. So please remember our mantra that we are showing love and compassion in every situation. Not just the situation of our pandemic life, but the situation right here on our mat. No judgment, no criticism, no blaming, no expectations. It is what it is. Stay in your present moment. So let's go ahead and walk to the front of your mat. Step your left leg back. We're going to come into that warrior one posture. So it's not a huge step. Your toes are at like that 60-degree angle. Your front toes are pointing forward. Bend that front knee over that ankle. Hips and shoulders are squared to the front. So you can have goalposts or keep your hands on your hips or extend. So warrior one posture. Really feel your feet here gripping the earth, holding your balance. Option to look straight ahead or up at the sky. Now we're going to step into warrior three. So kind of bring that back, step that back foot up a little bit. Get a nice straight line from your crown through your heel here. I'm going to have to step back. And then you're going to hinge at the hip and make almost a letter T with your body. Usually it's the best if you reach with your finger, really reach through your fingertips toward the earth. Really having a nice straight body here, engaging your core, and then hinge at the hip and come into warrior three posture. Now, if you tip out, we just come into it again. We're going to do this pretty many times. Your foot is flexed. You're looking down at the earth. You could grab a little piece of furniture that's nearby. You could put your hands out to the side like an airplane. Sometimes that helps with balance. So find warrior three. Then step out of that posture. Make your stance a little bit wider for warrior two. So your front toes are still pointing straight ahead. Your stance is a little wider and your toes are spread out more at a 45-degree angle. And we're kind of turning more to the side here not toward the front edge of your mat. Let's build our warrior two. So you're putting weight in the big toe and ball of your front foot and the outside edge of your back foot. Your legs are kind of pulling toward the center here. Your pelvic floor and core are engaged. So there's a lot of action. A lot of strength there. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your right arm reaches forward. Your left arm reaches back. You're gazing over that middle finger. Your chin is over your shoulder. Your jaw is relaxed. Warrior two. Virabhadrasana two, strong, proud warrior. Crown is lifting. Inhale. And then on the exhale, let's turn to the front of your mat. Pick up that back heel and reach toward the mat, stepping forward. Inhale, Ardha Hanumasana, halfway lift. Oh, that was wrong. Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's make soft knees and reverse swan dive. to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. Beautiful. So again, you're at the top of your mat. This time, step your right leg back. Warrior one, so not a big step. Front toes are pointing front. Hips, shoulders pointing front, knee over ankle. Crown is lifting, shoulders are relaxed down your back. We come to goal pose or extend. Virabhadrasana 1. Beautiful. Inhale here, and on your exhale, bring your hands to your side and really radiate your fingertips toward the earth. Step that back leg up a little bit. Get a nice straight line from your crown through your heel. Soft bend in that left knee. And then let's tip ourselves into warrior 3. Now let's flex that left foot. Your gaze can be down in front of you. Woo! You can grab onto something or fall out of it and come back. Virabhadrasana 3. Core is engaged. Crown is reaching to the front. Heel is stretching. Your sole of your foot is stretching toward the back. Nice letter T here. Gently set that down. A little bit wider of a stance. A little bit more angled out with your toes. Come into warrior 2 posture. So let's have our knee over that ankle, putting our weight into the ball of the front and big toe of the front foot, outside edge of that back foot, internally rotating, engaging our pelvic floor and our core. Shoulders are relaxed and square to the side of your mat. Left arm reaches out, right arm reaches back. Gaze is over that middle finger. Virabhadrasana 2. Strong, proud warrior. Crown is lifting, face is relaxed. Another inhale here. Then the exhale, you can kind of windmill toward the front, pick that right heel up. Step forward to forward fold. On your exhale, inhale, halfway lift. Get a nice flat back here. Exhale, forward fold. Soft knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive to extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale. So I said we were going to do warrior 3 a lot. That's because we're doing 3 rounds and we're going to add to every round. So let's step our left leg back. We'll go a little quicker through every time we add on to the first set. So find your warrior 1. Hips are squared to the front. Knee is bent. So goal pose or extended, shoulders are relaxed. Warrior 1 posture. Okay, now on your exhale, bring your hands back. Bring that back foot up a little bit. Have a nice straight line here, radiating your fingers. And then let's hinge at the hip. Warrior 3 posture. Beautiful. And go ahead and step back. Build your warrior 2 posture now. So feet are a little wider. Woo, engage your feet, your legs, your core. Shoulders are relaxed and down, facing that side edge of your mat, really reaching with your right arm to the front. Left arm back, warrior 2. Crown is lifting. Lots of energy in this posture. One more inhale, and on the exhale, turn to the side of your mat. Now adjust those left toes so all toes are pointing out. Inhale to kind of lengthen, and then exhale, sink down. Goddess posture. Kona Asana. Well, it means fierce angle, and goddess posture is fierce. So let's just take a breath here. Your toes are out, your knees are out, kind of lined up with your toes. Don't let them kind of crash in. You can also always offer movement here. Okay, and then inhale to rise. Let's bring our toes in. So now our feet are parallel, or even a little bit where our toes are pointing in. Hands on our hips. Inhale to lengthen, and on your exhale, you're going to keep a flat back as you lower down. And for this first one, we're just going to now let ourselves kind of collapse all the way down like gravity pull. Relax your hands toward the earth. You can maybe put your palms on the earth. Walk them back to be in line with your feet. Adjust your stance and just really feel your wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Dandasana. Play with putting weight in the balls of your feet. Okay, let's get ready with a flat back here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to rise, soft knees. Beautiful. Let's just turn ourselves. Let's just kind of heel toe our feet together. Whew, and take a breath here. So that's round 2 on our right side. So now we'll do our left side. Step your right leg back into warrior 1. Bend that front knee, hips and shoulders square to the front. Core is engaged. Goalpost or extend. Nice, warrior 1 posture. Okay, and then we're gonna relax our hands to the side and really engage, reaching toward the earth with those fingertips. Step up a little bit, keep that front knee a little bit of bend. Maybe flex your foot first, maybe that'll help. Tip yourself into, oh, it didn't help me. Tip yourself into warrior 3 posture. We'll take a breath here. You can always grab onto a little bit of furniture or come out and come back in. Or maybe the side is strong at this round 2. It's all good. Let's go ahead and bring that right foot back down to earth and find our warrior 2 base. It's a little bit wider stance. Whew. Now we're looking more to this long edge of our mat with our body. Knee is over ankle. You can widen your stance if it's going too far over. Left hand now is reaching forward, right arm's reaching back. Nice strong warrior 2 posture here. Crown is lifting, jaws relaxed. One more inhale. On the exhale, let's turn to the side of our mat. Let's adjust our toes so they're all pointing away. Let's put our hands on our hips and inhale to kind of lengthen our crown to the sky. And then on the exhale, sit back into that goddess posture. Adjust your heels. Make sure everything's pointing away from you at that nice angle. Even think about if you can bring your elbows in and then adjust your hands so they're following that line of your thighs. I love this posture with our hands open because we can imagine taking in all the good energy, filling ourselves. And if we're in the flow, this is our giving side then. And so our giving, our receiving and our flow and our receiving kind of matching. That's being in the flow. If you're receiving and just letting it build up and not giving, you're out of balance. If you're giving, but not taking in the abundance, not taking in what people are offering, not saying yes, thank you, then we're not in balance either. So think about how your life is balanced or not balanced. Think about how your legs are on fire, but your mind is calm. Inhale. Goddess offers a lot of opportunity to find calm in the storm because our thighs can be on fire in that one. And we can always come up and out and add movement. Go ahead and bring your toes into parallel or a little bit more than that. Inhale, and then exhale, bend with a flat back. This time you're going to take your right palm, put it under your face. You can have that arm straight and then twist open toward your left, option to reach to the sky. Wide-legged forward fold twist. Inhale to lengthen and reach. Exhale, switch hands. Let's twist over to our right and extend. Inhale to lengthen, and then exhale that hand down. Let's put our hand on our hips, soften our knees, flat back, and then inhale to rise. Beautiful. Let's just gently heel toe our feet back together. Maybe walk it out a little bit, shake it out as you walk back up to the front of your mat. We're going to add on, if you can imagine, you are doing amazing. Step our left foot back, warrior one. See if you can build it. Think about the cues. Feel your warrior one posture. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, radiate your hands to the side. Tip yourself into your warrior three. Last one on this side. Beautiful. Foot is flexed, crown is reaching. Okay, come out of that posture and let's find warrior two. A little bit wider stance. Really reaching here. Think about your feet, your legs. Every muscle is working except your face. Crown is lifting. Inhale, and on the exhale, let's turn to the side. All toes point out. We'll flow in Goddess here. So inhale here, exhale, sink down. Inhale, exhale, sink down. Inhale, exhale, sink down. You can try to go a little lower, play around, but go ahead and inhale back up. Bring our heels out so our toes are parallel. We're pointed in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lower down with a flat back. We're going to come right back up with a flat back. Inhale to rise. Soft knees here. Beautiful. Now you're going to take your right leg, twist it around so your right toes are pointing toward the front of your mat. And then make that leg straight. Press your arms out like in warrior two. So your right arm's forward, your left arm's back. Your right leg is forward. Now you're going to reach forward. It's almost like you're sliding. You're not going to crunch over here. You're going to slide forward. You want length along both sides of your body. I'm short, so it doesn't seem like a ton of length, but we want to try to create length and not make that short space be shorter. Inhale here, and on your exhale, windmill your right hand down toward the earth and your left arm toward the sky. It's almost like you're at 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock with your clock hands. Trikonasana, triangle posture. Feel what you feel here. Where stay connected to your body, stay connected to your breath, present moment awareness. Okay, now soften that front knee. And we're going to come into half moon, not on our knees. So if you think about how it was before when we were on our knees, we're going to stay sideways, kind of shining out to the side. We're going to bend that front knee, step that back leg up about halfway up, and then keep your hips open to the side. And if you have a piece of furniture or a block, you want to try to lift the ground up a little bit higher because reaching to the ground, we usually collapse forward. So we want to try to stay sideways here. So step that foot up, reach toward the earth or whatever hopefully you have in place in front of you that you can reach toward. And then kind of kick your leg out to the side, extending that leg. Whee. And when we fall out, it's fine. So the key is staying in a nice line here where when you kick up, your shoulders are stacked over each other. Your foot is flexed and your heels pressing back. Your right leg is straight, your core is engaged, and you're reaching, shining your hand out. So it's like half moon on our knees. You can always do half moon on your knee right now. We're going to take a few breaths here. Or wherever you are, make sure you can grab a piece of furniture if you're not being able to hold the pose. It's all good. And then exhale. All of it is a benefit. Notice how you feel. Bring your feet together. Take a breath here. If you find yourself naturally sighing, it's because you're working super hard. And that's a good release. Okay, let's walk up to the front of our mat again. We need to do that last side. You are doing amazing. Let's step your right leg back, warrior one. Square your hips to the front. Knees bent. Feel your warrior one posture. Beautiful. Let's bring our hands to the side, radiate our fingertips toward the earth, step that back leg up and tip into our very last warrior three posture. Beautiful. And tip out of that. Find your warrior two posture. Strong, proud warrior. Really reaching here. Really engaging your lower body, your abdomen. Crown is lifting. Inhale and then exhale. Let's find our goddess posture. Inhale. Exhale, sink ourselves down. This time just play around with bouncing and going as low as you can. Maybe your hands are out to the sides or on your thighs or wherever. They can be extended. And inhale to rise. Let's tip our toes toward the center. Exhale with a flat back. We're going to inhale again with a flat back to rise. Beautiful. Now take your left foot. Rotate your toes so they're to the front. Straighten that left leg. Feel your base. Extend your arms out. So your left arm's reaching forward, your right arm's reaching back, and then think about reaching forward. Maybe even look forward and kind of reach and think about keeping your body long here and your shoulders open to the side of your mat, not collapsing forward. Okay. So then inhale to really reach and lengthen, and then on the exhale, windmill your hands, left hand to the earth, right hand to the sky. Trikonasana. Triangle pose. Your hand, by the way, can be on that block or thing that you have to put your hand on to bring the earth up, or on your own shin. So really reaching. Bend that front leg so you can kind of tip out of that gently. Now, half moon on this side. So let's have something, a piece of furniture or a block to bring that earth up a little bit higher for us. Bring that back leg about halfway up. Stay open to the side. Think about having that knee bent and then straightening that leg and kicking that right leg out. Option to reach toward the sky. Half moon, we'll hold it for a breath or two. And then on your exhale, gently set that down. Heel toes, your feet together, and then let's just relax down in a forward fold. Whew. Notice where you're feeling that nice stretch right now. Really let the weight of your body move into the balls and toes of your feet. Try to relax your muscles, relax your skin, getting a nice stretch. Your knees are softly bent, or they can be bent a lot. You can add any movement you like. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time on your inhale, you're going to plant your hands, step back to tabletop. Let's just come into child's pose for a minute. Give our hips a little rest. Maybe slide our hips back and forth here. Notice how you feel. Then let's go ahead and inhale up and walk through so that we are in seated posture. Ooh. So that half moon was our balance posture for today. I just kind of worked it into that flow. For our inversion today, we're going to do something right here called rabbit. So sit on your heels or as close as you can be. And then take your hands and reach behind you and work it so that your fingers are on the inside of your heel when you're grabbing your heel and your thumbs are on the outside. So kind of flip that around so that you have your fingertips on the inside. Grab your heel, and what we're going to do is set the crown of our head on the earth, and we're going to try to get our forehead as close to our knees as we can. So that's the first part. And then when you're there, you're going to raise your hips to the sky, and that lengthens your arms, straighten your arms. It's hard to breathe there, but that's okay. Take a couple short, shallow breaths here. And then gently press yourself back up to seated. Let's take a shoulder roll here. Let's take a neck roll. Whatever. You're listening to your body. What does it need right now? Maybe a sip of water. For our back bend today, we're going to do camel. So we're going to stand on our knees, press the tops of our feet into the mat. Act like you're putting your hands in a back pocket. Bring your elbows together. And on an inhale, you're going to press your hips forward and look up to the sky. If that is hard on your neck, you're going to want to just look forward. Or because our heads are heavy, but if you want, you can try to look up. And get a nice back bend here. Option also to curl your toes under and reach like your left hand to your back heel and get a stretch that way. You can also have the option of keeping your toes down, and that makes your heel further away. Getting a stretch that way, right hand to right heel. You can also play with, at some point, putting both hands back and getting your stretch that way. So wherever you are, one more breath. On the exhale, gently press forward and come into tabletop. Tabletop is a great counterbalance to any back bend. Engage your core. Lengthen the crown of your head forward, your tailbone back. Engage your core. Grip the mat with your finger pads. Great. Then we're going to walk forward. We're going to do a little bit of stuff from here. Usually this involves core. We're not going to do much though. So let's start with just a little bit of a stretch. So extend your legs straight out in front of you, seated staff posture. Kind of a nice straight spine, your crown is lifting. Then let's reach forward, and you can grab your shins or your ankles or your feet or your toes and just pull the crown of your head toward your toes and flex your toes toward the crown of your head. And let's press up from here. And let's come into a wide-legged forward fold. Kind of the same idea here. Let's turn to the side and then grab our shins or our feet or our toes. Flex your toes toward the crown of your head. Kind of try to square your hips toward that foot. Keep your hips grounded. Inhale here. Let's come over to this side. Same thing, kind of square yourself off to this foot. Reach forward. Flex your toes toward the crown of your head. Kind of let your shoulder square forward as well. Both feet are flexed. Inhale to rise. Let's bring our soles of our feet together. Your heels can be close or far away, whatever is comfortable right now. But let's try to open our feet, or the soles of our feet to the sky, kind of like we're opening a book here. You can use your elbows to give a little tension on the inside of your thighs as you're doing that. I like to offer a little motion, a little swaying back and forth. Really reaching with your crown here, and then kind of trying to relax forward. And then slowly come out of that posture. Let's bring our knees together. Let's come into like a little bit of an egg shape here. And make sure nothing's in your way. Tuck your chin to your chest, your forehead toward your knees. See if you can balance on your tailbone. And we're going to open that up a little bit. You can come into a boat posture of sorts. You can have your shins parallel to the earth, or straighten your legs, or tap one foot. We'll just take a couple breaths here. Okay, we're going to pull that in again. And then we're going to reach back on an inhale and lay flat on our back. And then exhale, you're going to pull your knees into your chest. And then inhale, shine your soles of your feet to the sky. And then slowly on your exhale, lower down toward the earth. You can hover above the earth or set, wherever you are. You're going to stay here and then take an inhale here. And then exhale, hug them back into your chest. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale here. And then exhale, hug your knees in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, lower down. Inhale here. Exhale, hug your knees in. This time, hug your right knee and extend your left leg. And let your left heel hover above the earth as you really are pressing out through that heel. And then hugging your right knee in. Flexing both feet. Now let's set that left heel down. Take this bent leg and cross it across our body over toward our left side. You can kind of hang on to that knee or let it go. Should feel a stretch in your hip here. You can kind of slide that knee forward and back a little bit, see where your best stretch is. And let's bring it back towards center. So now we'll switch, hug that left leg in, extend that right leg, really flexing both feet, really pressing through that right heel, really hugging that left knee in. You can even bring that knee around through your ribs a little bit so you hug it a little harder. And then set the right heel down. Bring your left knee across your body toward your right side, toward the floor. Again, offer a little movement here. Find a good spot to kind of hold that stretch. Staying present in your body, connected to your breath. Bring it back to center. Let's put both soles of our feet on the earth. Walk them toward your hips. Press the palms of your hand into the mat. Your arms are along the side of your body, laying on the mat. And then on an inhale, press your hips up. We're going to hold here for 5. You may stay here, or you may try to walk your shoulders closer together. You may clasp your hands and try to keep your arms straight. Really pressing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then on your exhale, slowly relax your back toward the mat. Let's give a nice full body stretch here. Elongating your legs, reaching your arms over your head on the earth, maybe giving a stretch on your right side, maybe stretching that right heel toward the front of the room and pulling on your right on your wrist. So you're kind of stretching that side of the body. And then switch that out, pulling on your left wrist, pressing out with your left leg. And then just add any more motion. How about a couple windshield wipers? So why don't we bring our heels up again and just drop our knees to the right, back to center, to the left, back to center. And you can go slower or a little quicker. Let's just do that a few times. Beautiful job, yogis. We're going to come into Shavasana now. So go ahead and straighten your legs. You can allow your feet to flap open, the palms of your hands to shine up. If that's too much strain on your low back, put that pillow or block under your back for like a reverse bridge posture or a relaxing reclined bridge posture. Or bring your soles of your feet together in that butterfly. Or just keep your knees bent and let them fall toward the center. But if straight leg is comfortable for you, you can go ahead and just come into that Shavasana posture. We call it, the translation is corpse pose. So at the end of your yoga practice, you stay completely still. As still as you can. No judgment. And you keep your mind still because we've just spent a long time connecting our mind to our body, to our breath, staying in that present moment awareness. To try and stay there for 3 more minutes. I'm going to set a timer. What did I do with my timer? Right here. So you are going to be in present moment awareness. You're not sleeping. You're not trying not to think. You're just trying to be aware of your body, your space this time, and almost creating a gap in thought if possible. And if you get a thought and it's just a worry or a to-do list or whatever, or an aggravation with a sound you're hearing or something, let that go. Just say, okay, I got it. Don't just stay stuck on that. Sometimes, the goal of meditation is maybe during periods of meditation, you actually get like an aha, or you solve your problem, because it turns out we have all of our answers we need. We just need to be still and quiet enough to hear, to listen to our own wisdom, which is in there. So yoga really helps to pull that out. And that's the benefit of yoga, is this time on your mat. So don't get up and leave unless you have to, of course, no judgment. So 3 minutes. It's going to start with me striking the singing bowl, and it will end when I strike the singing bowl and all the sound of the singing bowl has disappeared. So allow the sound to take you into this present moment awareness. Sound is always a great way to get there. Some days I wake with a cloud around my heart and it dulls everything except the weight I carry inside. Yet just because I can't make it to the light doesn't mean that the light has vanished. And the heart, like the earth, is continually blanketed by ever-changing atmospheres that come and go between who we are and how we live our days. So faith, it seems, can be defined as the effort to believe in light when we're covered by clouds. And though it feels like the sun will never come again, the truth is it never stopped burning its light. In fact, its heat and warmth is burning steadily right now on the far side of whatever cloud we're under. I offer that to give you hope. That's from the Book of Awakenings, Mark Neville. Let's begin to bring a little awareness back to the body, back to the mind. Offer a little movement and then roll over onto your right side. And then gently press yourself up to a comfortable, easy seat, which you can find by sitting on your heels, or cross-legged, or a chair. Just give our neck a roll. Let's drop our chin to our chest. Let it come over to the right. Or that would probably look like your left. Can't figure this out. And then over to the other side. And then anywhere you're feeling some extra cranks and crackles. And then back to center. Let's go ahead and twist it around to, I think it's your left. Low back, middle back, upper back, shoulder, neck, eyes. Go ahead and come back to center. Go to the other side, lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulders, neck, eyes. Back to center. So I honor the strong, proud warrior in you, working your way through this practice. It was hard for me, you could tell. Go ahead and press your hands to your hands in prayer position. We're going to repeat the Deepak mantra one more time. I meet every situation with loving kindness. Being at peace is my greatest strength. I bond with others and give them hope. I am fearless. Divine light in me honors, recognizes, cherishes, respects the same divine light in you. Namaste.